honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Black 80! Check. Watch the safety creep. SOS.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Go now. 10 low ball. I'm trying to collect. Check. Shit. Greystone, cabin. Hey, team 6. Be triple.
On 1st and 10, rushing. This one complete to Klo2e2's Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, Wahoo! Good.
Check 53, Mike. Let's go.
Look at me, zipper.
I don't think you got it, son.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Rushing. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Klo2e2's Hardman, the intended target.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Just like that.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shift. Nicholas, 66. No spacing.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Take 2 of them. Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Black 20.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Again, it's Roethlisberger, letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
80 Gator, 80 weapons.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, Charlie. 53 is the mic. Go. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53. I want that. Hey. High 7, but
looking to throw on second down. Rushing, brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Ready? 30 base. Mike 3. 218, jump. Check. Hey, Haywood. 53, Mike. We ain't giving up nothing with that. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
empty, plant. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Break. Recon, 132 fighter.
53, Mike 53.
Hey, two.
Mike 53. 53, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Echo.
I smell fear in that offense.
Please grip.
On 3rd down, rushing. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Cincinnati. All day, defense, all day. All day.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Off play action, rushing. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, set.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 53. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Five.
53. Mike.
I'm coming for you.
2 to throw again, rushing. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
You're not ready.
Throwing on 1st down, rushing, going for it all. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
He's going. We got double.
General West. Yep.
Come to me, it's me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Protein, spell, 8 read. Go.
Let's put that team on the clock. Mike 53. 53. Mike, you got nothing today. You got nothing.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Rushing to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 53's the mark. 53.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Check, check. Lucky.
Blue draw quarters.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And Bullock will put this one through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Mike, ready? Black 20. Knickers.
Pick up the ball. Watch twist.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Roethlisberger. Complete to Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Roethlisberger now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to Richard, the running back. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gives this one to Washington. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Carson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle but couldn't get it all the way home. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Show that bench release and go.
59. Mike is 59.
Roethlisberger will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete. Intended for Joshua Perkins. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is
through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Travion Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now this throw caught left side. 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 2. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 53.
Hey!
Mike, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shoot!
Looking to throw on second down. Rushing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Yes!
Throwing on third and long. Rushing. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Williams. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Let's go now. 10-2, sir. 80 weapons.
53. I got one.
Smith.
53. Mike. Watch the run. Check.
Now.
To throw on second down. Rushing. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, box truck.
53 to Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Rushing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
X3, 218, chop it.
Switch. Alert 3.
Nickers, got to spin.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Off the play fake. Rushing. It's Williams on the catch. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They run it again with Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Off play action. Rushing. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
53 is the mic.
Topper!
Hatchet. 53 is the mic. 53, check.
Hey, Haywood! Shoot!
Off the play fake. Rushing. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 10. 10.
General West. Hey, shoot!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rushing. He's got Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
6-6, pull it high.
On first down, it's Carson, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain.
30, 30.
First and 10 at the 49.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 58 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Hey, echo.
To throw on second down. Rushing. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll run it with Williams. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This for the lead in the final stages. Bullock's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Washington's got it.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Mike.
180.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Mike 59.
Jack 16. Let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Bud. Hey.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Hey, exit.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 4th down, rushing. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders are going to win the football game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.